Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Capital City Sports, where Chandler Mack, Brian Principe, and myself will take a look at the first and second round coverage of the NCAA women's basketball tournament. Now, me and Chandler were at the game this past Friday where South Carolina took on Savannah State. So, Chandler, what did you take from that game?
What I took from it was basically the Gamecock size. It just really seemed like at first Savannah State really gave the Gamecocks a game, but it just seemed like the Gamecock size just ultimately was just too much, and they just really overmatched Savannah State.
Absolutely. I mean, at halftime, it was relatively close. It was a score of 43-30 with South Carolina in the lead. But like you said, they took advantage of the paint and they just took control after that point. Some of the players that played well was Asia Wilson. She almost had a double-double, 15 points, 9 rebounds. And Welch. Welch was killing on the rebounds. She was making the inside shot. So, I mean, those are two great players South Carolina had.
Another great player for the Gamecocks on Friday was Aleighsa. She had 12 points for the Gamecocks, and it was kind of that combination of Welch and Coates that really, at first, in the early parts of the game, really was trouble for Savannah State to contain.
Absolutely. I mean, the other thing was the South Carolina, their shooting was just on point. First half, they went 72% from the field, and also just the whole game, they went 64%. And that's actually the highest field goal percentage they've had in the Dawn Staley era.
Wow. So,
I mean, when you shoot like that, it's pretty hard to lose a game like that.
Exactly. And most of the main reason why they shot so effortlessly from the field was really because they just dominated the points in the paint. I mean, they had 56 points in the paint to Savannah State's 20. And anytime you have that discrepancy, I mean, that, wide margin from the other team, I mean, it's going to be very easy for you to beat the other team.
One key advantage South Carolina did have was their speed. I mean, the team was absolutely way more better condition than Savannah State's team was. I mean, Savannah State did keep it close and respectable in the first half, but all that training they did, during the offseason and during the regular season with running, it showed out in the second half, and South Carolina just ran away with it.
With the win, the Lady Gamecocks got their 31st win of the season, and they also got their 33rd straight home win. Both of those are program records.
Now let's take a look at the press conference. We want to listen to Aleighsa, Welch, and also Dawn Staley.
And we came out kind of dull, but, anytime your back's against the wall and it's win or go home, you do come out with a different fire. But, when you look at this point in the season compared to that point in the season, we're both different teams. Our crowd did exactly what we needed them to do. It was a lot of energy in this building, and you could tell it was March. So, it was exciting to finally get on the court and to see that we carried over that same support that we had in the regular season.
Well, we got off to a, somewhat of a rocky start from a defensive standpoint. I thought we fouled a little bit too much in the first half, and then the second half I thought we made some defensive adjustments to slow them down and not give them as many shots at the basket. But, overall was happy with the atmosphere and tremendously happy with the outcome.
Well, that's going to do it for Chandler Mack and I, and we're going to send it down to Brian Principe, who has your second round coverage at Colonial Life Arena.
Regardless of an outcome here tonight at Colonial Life Arena, the South Carolina Gamecocks would play their final game here in Columbia, and they'd get a win here to extend their season and move on to the Sweet 16 in Greensboro. So we talked to Coach Dawn Staley and Aleighsa Welch about how the game went.
Well, we want to capitalize on continuing to play well, continuing to play our best basketball at this time of the season. So we'll take tomorrow off, and then we'll get prep for whoever we'll play between Ohio State and North Carolina. Well, I mean, I think it's the mindset of this team. We are led by some great leaders in Aleighsa Welch, Ellen Ibiam, Tiffany Mitchell, and Asia Dozier. They've all been to this point, at some point in their season. So, for us, we got to do something a little bit different so we can get over the obstacle of the Sweet 16. And what this team has done is they're focused on the details and executing the game plan, and it's having a trickle-down effect to our younger players.
Coach, congratulations. We'll see you up in Greensboro. Great win tonight here for the Carolina Gamecocks. We're here with Aleighsa Welch here, and great game, by the way. Phenomenal performance. What's it like being a senior, being able to play here for the final time at Colonial Life Arena and getting a huge win like that in front of a huge crowd?
It's surreal because I didn't know if I'd ever have the opportunity to host the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament here on our home court. But being able to do it, go out with a win with 10,000 plus fans in the stands, I think it's just a fitting way to end off my last game at Colonial Life. I think it's just keeping our confidence. We played a great game at a great time in the season, so it's a matter of having a lot of confidence going into the next round, and also knowing that's not what you want to settle for. You don't want to just be happy with having a Sweet 16. So keeping that confidence and keeping our sights set on our main goal at hand, which is Tampa. Well, we have a 24-hour rule, so if there's any celebrating, it'll be mental celebration as far as tonight, just savoring the win, not looking too far ahead. We don't know who we're going to play yet until tomorrow night. Ohio State, North Carolina plays. So, but, 24 hours, and after that, you got to get your mind right for the next game.
So that's it for all of us here at Capital City Sports from Colonial Life Arena. I'm Brian Principe. We'll be back on the road, this time in Greensboro, to check on the Gamecocks as they make their way through the Sweet 16.